Imagine sitting in a cold cafe, your baby finally asleep in the stroller beside you, and you have nowhere else to go because your flat has no heating at home, and this cafe is the only warm place you can afford to sit in for free. This wasn't a scene from a novel. This was real life for a woman who would go on to become one of the richest authors in history. Her name is Joanne. Before the world knew her as J.K. Rowling, she was just another struggling single mother in Edinburgh, Scotland. Her marriage had recently ended, she had a baby daughter to raise alone, no steady job, and barely any savings. At her lowest point, she was living on state welfare, around £70 a week, trying to stretch every penny between rent, food, and her daughter's needs. She has spoken openly about how close she came to having nothing left at all. She once described herself as being as poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. Depression crept in. She later admitted she even considered ending her life during this period. It was, by her own words, rock bottom. But years earlier, on a delayed train from Manchester to London back in 1990, an idea had come to her, fully formed in her mind, almost out of nowhere. A boy who doesn't know he's a wizard, discovering a hidden magical world. She didn't have a pen with her that day, so she spent the entire delay just imagining the story in her head. Now, with nothing left to lose, she started writing it down, longhand. When the manuscript was finally ready, she sent it out to publishers, and one by one, they said no. 12 publishing houses rejected the book. Some didn't even bother replying. Editors thought a children's fantasy novel about a wizard school was too long, too risky, wouldn't sell. For most people, that would have been the end. 12 rejections, while you're broke, depressed, and raising a child alone, that breaks most dreams. But one small publishing house, Bloomsbury, decided to take a chance, mainly because the chairman's 8-year-old daughter read the first chapter and demanded to know what happened next. They offered Rowling an advance of just £1,500. Even the publisher didn't expect much. They advised her to get a day job, because children's books, they said, rarely make anyone rich. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was published in 1997. It didn't explode overnight, but it spread. Word of mouth, kids telling other kids. Within a few years, it wasn't just a book anymore. It was a phenomenon. 7 books, 8 blockbuster films, theme parks, merchandise, translated into over 80 languages, selling more than 600 million copies worldwide. The woman who once couldn't afford heating became the first author in history to become a billionaire from book sales alone. What's remarkable isn't just the money. It's that she wrote the entire first book during the hardest, most hopeless chapter of her life. Not after success, but before it, when she had every reason to give up. She once said failure meant stripping away everything inessential, and that's when she finally focused